Godzilla Oblivion was a 5-issue miniseries written by Joshua Fialkov and distributed by IDW from March to August of 2016. It's also available as a softcover paperback, which I recommend you buy, wipe your ass with, and then bury in the backyard because this series blows. 1 star! A group of scientists, including Eli Talbert and Ridley, build a giant interdimensional portal for their boss, Ms. Yamada. Without testing it, they open the portal and then casually take a stroll through it. Sure, they find an alternate version of Earth already devastated by monsters, along with the human soldiers still fighting for humanity. The scientists dash back to the portal, but of course King Ghidorah follows them back through. So the scientists decide that the best solution is to return to the devastated Earth 2 and bring Godzilla to Earth 1 to stop King Ghidorah. And here's a wacky inflated guy, because if this comic's not going to make any sense, then neither am I. Look, the concept itself is not awful, but the execution feels like a rushed mess. For the entire series, Talbert and Yamada are bickering and blaming each other for everything that's happened. They are just not likable or interesting characters. And virtually every decision any human makes in this series is both impractical and plain stupid. In fact, it feels like every third panel has a line like, "This was a bad idea," or "I hope this works." The only character you can kinda root for is Ridley, but she's so underdeveloped that I can't even call her the protagonist. The ending sucks too, and I'm gonna have to spoil this one. The humans from Earth 2 somehow send all of their kaiju to Earth 1, like a bunch of dicks, and then everything is destroyed. But somehow, out of nowhere, Talbert now has the technology to send portals around the world for humans to evacuate Earth 1 to another world. Meanwhile, the monsters stay on Earth 1 and destroy it. Why didn't they use that fucking portal technology to send the monsters away? Why did they abandon Earth? Wacky inflated man! Wacky inflated man! The art by Brian Chirilla is meh. Look, I'm more of a story critic than an art critic. I'm not really good at going into details about what constitutes great comic book art. All I can say is that, to me, this art doesn't look very inspired, and it almost feels very rushed. It doesn't compare at all to the details and colors of the Half-Century War. Personally, this art doesn't do it for me. Godzilla Oblivion feels like the head of IDW said, "I want a Godzilla story with an interdimensional portal," and then he gave the creative team a week to do all 5 issues. Maybe that was the case, or maybe not. All I can tell you is I did not enjoy one aspect of this story. Well, that's not true. At one point there's an army of smaller Mechagodzillas, and I've always thought that would be a pretty cool idea. But overall, it feels like a waste of an interdimensional Godzilla story idea. In fact, I'm gonna spitball 3 better ideas off the top of my head. 1. Scientists open a portal to Earth 2, which is ravaged by kaiju. The kaiju go through the portal and destroy Earth 1. But it turns out that Earth 2 really was Earth 1, just slightly in the future, and the whole comic is a big repeated time loop. 2. Scientists open a portal to alt-Earths that have alternate Godzillas, and we finally get to see different Godzillas through the eras fight each other or team up. 3. Every page is just a picture of a pile of shit, because that would still be better than this. Remember, this is only my opinion. If you like Oblivion, I'm not here to take that away from you. Either way, share your thoughts in the comments about Godzilla Oblivion, as well as requests for the next review. I really appreciate the support I get from you guys, and I'm happy to keep doing this for you. Until next time.